Howdy dowdy. We're gonna be playing some more Disco Elysium today. In case you missed my Spyro Saturday, yesterday on Thursday, my daughter was messing with the mic a little bit, so the volume might be a little off. I haven't really been able to recalibrate it properly. So apologies in advance for that. I had it all set up just the way I like it, and then she went and changed it. So hopefully it's not too bad. If it is, like I said, I'm apologizing. What else do you want me to do? So I made the mistake of checking social media this morning. Not doing that again.
Yes?
Maybe I can pick this guy up now.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
So, I know what I need to do. I need to check the body, but how exactly do I get out there at this point? Maybe I can go out this way. I just love story-driven games like this, where the story that you get depends partially on your skills and random factors, and not wholly on the choices that you make, which I find is a little more realistic. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home. The street name is legible. Closed for winter, please use main entrance. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Welcome to Revachol.
Welcome to Rivachol.
The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
I'm going to say nothing. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He loses his patience for explaining it.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think?
Oh, so they grow apples in Rod?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yekokata is not in the south, and they definitely don't grow apples there.
Yeah? Says who?
It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
You keep saying koikos. What does that actually mean?
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerates from Grad.
Okay, but why the word koiko?
'Cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovich someone. Low self-esteem, those guys have. Mind you, they look Occidental, but they're not really like us.
Okay, so it's an ethnic slur.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
Apples, then. From Grod. Right, sure.
Apples.
You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
And that's a privilege.
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient, very prestigious.
So it's a kind of union?
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profits, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
We're done for now. Ah. Ah. Glossy magazine. Most able-bodied men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. Got some magnesium. What's a sign? Reet. Alexa, stop. Saffron Picker! Welcome to River Shore.
Yes?
Let's talk to this weirdo.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
There's more to you than that.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
Yes, what are you doing here?
I am working.
Working on what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you.
she smiles
My head
politely.
is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
The street sign says fuck the police.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are these pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
We need directions.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
The corpse, where is it exactly?
It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the fence.
Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
Thanks, that's all for now.
No problem.
She nods, brushing a fleck of soil off her
She's
cheek.
very well composed. Back straight.
I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. Let's see, do I have to equip it, or is it automatically equipped? I need to equip them. Thick latex gardening gloves in classic canary yellow. Maybe you should retire, take gardening as a hobby. It's worth a thought. So as I think I mentioned in my Amnesia playthrough, I'm typically I guess I have fear of missing out when it comes to games. The bottles inside, you can pick them up, you have a bag. So I'm typically a personality style that I just I feel like I have to do every single thing, so I'm trying to sort of squash
You see
that
a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
I'm going to use my visual calculus skill to try to reconstruct the movement.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber.
So somebody crashed into the fence, reversed out, and then turned.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the Whirling-in-Rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
A car drove through the fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Is this connected to the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the tracks south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
I definitely will do that.
The tracks are as they have ever been, a bit more worn perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
Well, let's examine the corpse and then maybe we'll check out those tracks.
Cuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. Same age as Spyro the Dragon.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Cuno.
Hey kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Cuno. Get him right in the dick.
Children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Hold on, what does that mean?
The kid is obviously high.
Stop getting high at my crime scene.
Fuck that. Cuno, yeah, right in the mouthhole.
Shits himself.
The rake, Cuno. You should throw the rake at him, Cuno.
The fuck does Cuno know what a rake is? Cuno's not a gardener.
Look, I have questions for you.
All right, entertain the Cuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
About the crime scene, you kids often play in this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Cuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Cuno doesn't give a shit.
The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Cuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions, like a cop.
Do you know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Cuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening.
You heard Cuno. Cuno wasn't even in Martinez. Cuno wasn't in Revachol. Cuno wasn't regional.
Okay, where'd you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
He looks around trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Cuno is in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
That's a fictional city name. Night City doesn't exist.
Why you gotta be riding Cuno's ass? You haven't been where Cuno's been. You haven't been in Cuno's head. You wanna know where Cuno was? You wanna know what Cuno's been fucking up to?
Don't tell him that, Cuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Cuno's building Cuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Cuno's City, bitch. Get the fuck off Cuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
You seen anybody suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Cuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Cuno.
Do you know who he was?
Cuno's fuck imp. Cuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
So you don't know anything?
Cuno knows all kinds of shit. Cuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Cuno sing into the popo phone. You're testing Cuno's patience here.
Get lost.
I gotta ask, who is Cuno?
Cuno's Cuno, pig?
It's always Cuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation?
Cuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Cuno. Cuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Cuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Cuno. He's trying to fizzle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Cuno! Help! Rape!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Cuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Cuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Cuno fucks you.
Bang! Got bugged by the Cuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. The human being decomposes.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Let's get an exact count.
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good at this, ain't I?
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
Count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
The lieutenant has been tracking your eyes' movements. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
An aberration. One sole is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
I was actually thinking the exact same thing.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent.
Mm-hmm.
The lieutenant writes the information down in his notebook and reverts to the tracks in the mud. There's also a heavy one, 200-kilogram imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
You're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
There's a light step, number 41 shoe.
A woman? Or a kid?
Could be a kid.
Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I don't.
Understood. Anything else?
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Ravachol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
So what do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
You think we have a firm understanding of what happened here?
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way, what else?
Been through all of it. Someone's trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. Ladders for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Cuno!
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Gonna look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Cuno!
Way to turn away.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Let's talk to Cunoette.
Cuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take a step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Cuno. Pig's come to take me in.
Just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Cuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Let's see. I'm gonna go check on my chicken. I'll be back in a sec. Kuno's chicken is 100% cooked. So we'll play a couple more minutes and then... Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
She's almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody.
The hat
I'm not
drops
here,
even lower.
pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, Whirling-in-Rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Well, it is a container. Maybe you're prioritizing it.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
Or, Lieutenant?
or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling-in-Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Alright, let's see if we can convince... I'm gonna quick save, just in case. Kuno's a bit of a brat. Let's see if we can convince Cuno to cut the body down.
Fuck does Cuno care?
Boy turns to you. He doesn't care. I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Cuno? The fuck do you want with it?
Ladder ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Cuno killed!
So would you say the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Cuno know? Cuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The
Lieutenant
lieutenant
makes a quick
takes
note.
a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Cuno! Don't climb it, Cuno!
What's in the greenhouse?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie-Uppergite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Erie-Uppergites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Hold on, the gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Cuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Cuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Cuno.
You mean the young woman by Whirling-in-Rags, that gardener?
Look, Cuno doesn't explain shit. Cuno just says shit.
He looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March?
I should ask her about that.
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
So I was wondering about the trash container.
Don't be wondering about Cuno's shit, pig.
Someone might have stashed something in there, maybe even a lead.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Why the fuck are you telling this shit to Cuno?
So let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Cuno doesn't give a shit.
I'll discuss the body with you again, Cuno.
The fuck about it?
Never mind.
You're testing Cuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Alright, I'm off.
Cuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright, we're gonna quick save again. Alright, I can't get Cuno to climb the ladder, but I guess I can try to do it? Or perhaps... I think the ladder's just an examine thing. talk to Kim.
Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
Well, I'm supposed to cut the body down. Let's see if we can get through to Cuno S.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Hey, kid.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
Let me take a look at my journal here. Well, I'm not going to be able to suppress the urge to throw up, but it is one of my tasks. I'll talk to the gardener first.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
Tell me, what exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it, helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
She smiles shyly.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
I'm gonna squint my eyes and look at her intently using my visual calculus.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
The plaza? An entrance to the yard?
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Are you by any chance keeping an eye on us?
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about.
She looks toward the yard and her expression clears.
The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
I was talking to him, yes?
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you.
She shakes her head.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Alright, we're gonna save. I'm gonna eat my chicken. Sorry, Cuno is going to eat Cuno's chicken. We will be back probably a little bit later today. Ciao!